since Spacies is powered by the Ministry of Retro Gaming. A review on the Divoom Tivoo.
Since Spacies.
G'day invaders, welcome to Since Spacies. This is a slightly different video than what I would normally do. Now, mostly on this channel, I cover gaming related items. I look at retro games, modern games, basically anything gaming, it's on the channel. But every now and again, I see something that makes me think, man, I gotta show my viewers, I gotta show my invaders something that I think is really cool. Now, the story behind this goes that ever since Space Invaders, I've always loved gadgets. In fact, yeah, Space Invaders was what I would consider the first gadget that I ever got to get my hands on and play. And it hasn't stopped. In fact, all these years later, I'm still buying gadgets, and you know, anything with flashing lights and cool tech, I'm all over it, and I will be trying to buy up as much as I can until probably the day I perish. The story goes is that I was actually looking for a retro style TV to go in the corner there, because I'm not happy with the way that corner looks. And I saw this little thing in amongst the search, a little retro style TV, and I thought, what the hell is that? Did some more digging, and the more I looked into this thing, the more I thought, yep, I gotta get this. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Tivoo from Divoom. Tivoo from Divoom. You gotta say that really carefully not to screw it up. Basically what this thing is a really cool bit of pixel art gadgetry that just looks really cool in a room. Before I go into showing you what this item is though, I just want to point out that this box is really cool. It is not made from just cheap cardboard. This is actually a plastic, hardened plastic, and as soon as you get it out of your post pack when it arrives on your doorstep, because you're not going to find this in the shop, but as soon as you get your hands on this and open it up, you're realizing you're getting yourself something that's really premium. Now, this is not an unboxing. I've had this for a little while. So let's get a look at actually what I'm talking about here. So when you pull this out of the box, the first thing you see is this. And it's just such a cool, retro, modern looking thing. I just love how beautiful this thing looks. I'm not going to go too much into the unboxing side of things because, you know, there's plenty of videos on that, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like when you first open it up. Just as a side note, before I actually show you the item itself, you do get these really cool little stickers and also some postcards. Well, there's your instruction manual, and no one ever reads that. You get these really cool stickers, these pixel art stickers that come with it, and I'm not sure what you would do with these, where you'd put them, but it's just such a nice little cool touch to say, hey, we've got this really cool looking new gadget, and this is the kind of vibe we're trying to go for. This is the pixel art that we're trying to show off. It is just such a nice touch. These are postcards, by the way, that you come with it. I might send these off one day, I don't know. So what this little gadget is not only a pixel art TV box, little display thing, but it is also a really cool Bluetooth speaker. In fact, it's not just a speaker, it is a subwoofer speaker. There is actually a subwoofer air outlet. Really cool. But listen to this when you turn it on. I'll just get this switched on now. Did you hear that? That is actually, I felt that air pop out the back. It is really cool. I'm just going to quickly try and go through some of the cool displays. So that's showing you the time right now. That is set to the default display. So it goes through the time. It also shows you the weather. Yes, it is raining out there currently in Sydney. And also it shows you the temperature. 21? I thought it was warmer than that. Anyway, so, and what date it is at the moment. But you know, that would be cool if it was just that, but this thing does way more than that. So when you first unbox that, you're going to think, well, how am I going to operate it? Well, there's an app that comes with it. It's on Apple, iOS, and also on Android. And the app, I got to tell you, it's not that great. It's kind of, it's functional. That's the best way to describe it. There's a couple of things that I don't like about it, but you know, for the most part, it does what it's got to do. You got to log in and use your Twitter account to sign in. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that. But this is the main page you'll be coming to all the time, and that is the different kind of artwork that you can load to the actual Divoom or Tivoo, just off these really cool animations. Now these are basically animations that have been uploaded by the community. I'm just laughing at some of them. Tivoo themselves aren't really doing much of this. This is all done by the community, and there is a major Japanese component to all this. This is huge in Japan, believe it or not. You'll see lots of Japanese contributors posting up. Look at that Mappy, that's real cool. And you can do a search on like, for example, I'm just going to do, I hate the search on this. So there you go, you got some Sonic the Hedgehog ones, for example, and of course you got Mario. You wouldn't be able to find a pixel art box like this without Mario artwork as well. And to get it, I mean, that was the one that I had before showing up. To get it to display, all you simply do is just, I don't know, let's do the Yoshi Mario one. You just hit the button and there it is, just like magic. Another one, there we go, real quick, and it's really cool. And like that one there will really trip you out. There's some really cool artwork that comes out for this. Now this also has some other apps with it. It's got like a countdown. There's a weird alarm thing where you can wake up to the sound of whales, which sounds kind of more creepy than anything else. Birds, a lot of that stuff I actually didn't really end up using. I just use this in the background. I use it to display the weather and the temperature and the time, and also just any cool artwork that I do happen to find. So not only can you just get little cool bits of animation like this with the girl driving, she's a constant reoccurring character, by the way, on the pixel art that you see on their site. You can actually set your own text to have your own text display as well. So there you go, you got Spacies showing there, for example. Pretty cool to have in the background, just, you know, a nice little novel touch. A couple of things that I don't like about this though is that you can't get it to display a live YouTube followers count, something that I would really like. There's no way I've been able to get that to happen. What it does do though is it actually shows you different, whoops, I've accidentally hit an option. So one thing this little gadget does is actually shows you live notifications. So for example, if someone was to like an Instagram photo, it will show up. If someone wants to send you a text message, it will show you that, but it won't read it. It won't read out the text. It will just show you the fact that you got a text message. Also, if your phone is ringing, it will flash the phone icon. Now, if you're like me and you can't have sound during the day because you're working from home, for example, like I am, that's really cool to have that, so that you know that, hey, well, my phone's ringing, I better get off call and go answer that. So yeah, it's handy for me, not for everyone, but that's a cool little feature that I've found. But my main purpose for this is that Bluetooth speaker. It is super loud. The subwoofer on this really has a deep bassy sound to it, and it's worth buying for that alone. But this has also got a few little other tricks up its sleeve. So one of the things that this little gadget also does is it shows you calendar warnings. It also shows you a stopwatch. There's also a scoreboard if you want to keep score, one player versus two. It doesn't actually do anything except keep a note on who's one, who's two, etc. Not something that I can see myself using on a regular basis. It has got games. There's Tetris on this, which is not really all that exciting. But one interesting thing is the noise meter, which I'm just going to show off right now. So there's a little noise meter, and as you can see, it goes up and down depending on how loud I get. If I get really loud, you can see it starts to go into the red, and then it goes back down into green when I get quiet. I don't know, something like it could be useful. I'm pretty sure someone will find a use for it, but yeah, it's got that as well. Another feature this thing's got is a music visualizer. So as the Bluetooth speaker is playing music, you'll see that little display there will change and jump in time with the music. One thing that it was doing just then as the music was up on full volume, and I can feel the air pushing out the back of the subwoofer, and it is really loud. You probably won't be able to pick that up with the video, but I can assure you that this is really cool for just as a Bluetooth speaker alone. So that's been my real quick look at the Tivoo from Divoom. I'm in love with this thing, and I just really think the simplicity of this is really cool. Oh, by the way, something I forgot to mention. So one thing I forgot to mention, that these buttons here that you see on the device actually do serve a purpose. This one here adjusts the display, so you can go from different, they call it different channels. This one here is just your that's cool. You got volume up and down, of course. And this one is to go between Bluetooth and also the old school fashion headphone jack. So yep, there we go. You've also got on the back here, you've got SD card slot, you've got your on off. You've also got a USB connection there to charge up the device. So yeah, I'm just, oh, there we go, it just clicked on me. I'm in love with this thing. I don't know if I would see myself taking this with me on trips. I'm trying to cut down on the amount of clutter, but you could do that. You could take it with you on trips if you wanted a Bluetooth speaker, certainly loud enough to do the job. I paid around about $90, I think it was, probably not even that, $80. That was sent out to me from Japan. So there you go, the Tivoo from Divoom. I can't recommend it enough. It's the perfect gadget for someone who's got all the gadgets. Anyway, my name has been Brian, and I've been gaming since Spacies. Thanks, guys.
Since Spacies.